Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe, and today I want to take a look at Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher, just in case you might not know, is a third-party launcher that allows you to customize your phone, your Android phone of course, and just do all kinds of things. I looked on YouTube and I tried to see if there were any kind of videos like what I want to make right now, and I really didn't see anything. I mean, there are some videos out there that give you an overview of what Nova Launcher does, but they don't really go into any kind of specifics. So what I really wanted to do today was just take a look at some of the specific things that you can actually do with Nova Launcher. So right now, I've got the stock launcher on there, TouchWiz, and I, excuse me, I want to download, I want to go step by step. So we're going to go to the Play Store. I've already got Nova Launcher queued up. Now you want to install both of these. Nova Launcher Prime is actually going to unlock some of the paid features, which I highly recommend. I think it's $3 or $4. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've actually purchased it. But you want to download both of them, because Prime really is just the license. So we're going to go in here and we're going to accept these permissions, and we're going to download that to the phone, and it's going to install. And then I'm just going to go back and we're going to install this one as well. So, and once that is done, hit the home button. It's going to ask us which launcher we want to use. I'm going to say Nova Launcher, always. And then if it's Samsung phone here, it says you can just clear this if you go into settings, applications, default applications, and tab clear. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so this is the default layout for Nova Launcher. It puts 5 home screens on there, and I want to say 3 rows of dock icons. So if you hit the home button, you'll actually see that you've got 5 screens here. And you can add screens just by hitting add, or you can remove just by holding and actually taking these here and removing them. You can actually move these around as well, like that. Now that's your main home screen there. I usually go with 1 home screen, so I'm going to take these and do that, and then just hit home and you're back. So this is a standard layout, and like I said, there's a lot of different things that you can do. If you notice, you can restore previous Nova backups or import from another launcher, things like that. So I've actually got a backup already saved on here, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So first I want to go in, and I'm actually going to take some of this off the screen. I want to go in and kind of show you some of the gestures. So we're going to swipe down here. We're going to clear this. That's all good. Okay, so we're going to go into here. We're going to tap there. That's one way that you can actually access your Nova settings. So we're going to go in there, and now we have our options for desktop, drawer, dock, folders, look and feel, etc. And let's see here, we're going to go to gestures. So you see you've got different things. Pinch in actually will show previews, pinch out recent apps, swipe down will expand the notifications, and I'll show you that in just a second. Then we've got swipe up with 2 fingers. That is default for Nova settings, but I prefer the double tap. I think double tap used to be the default, so I'm going to hit that, and you're going to toggle through here, and you're going to see Nova settings all the way here at the bottom. So now I'm actually going to take this swipe up and make it something totally different, just because we'll just make it recent apps. So now when I go to the home screen and I double tap on the screen, it actually brings up my Nova settings. So that's actually a really convenient way of actually getting to your Nova settings without having to go to the app drawer, you know, and then hitting one thing and then hitting another thing and then finally getting into your settings. So that's cool. That you can actually do that, and you can set up these really easy. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this to swipe up, and I'm going to make it, let's see, yeah, I guess I'm going to leave, no, there it is. So you can actually make it one of your apps. So I'm going to choose camera. So now 2-finger swipe up, and it brings me into my camera app there. Very easy. Okay, so some of the things that you can do with Nova Launcher, like I said, you can change and customize a lot of things like your icons and your rows and things like that. So here, one of the gestures, you actually, the swipe down, you don't have to swipe it from here. You can swipe from anywhere, and it actually opens up. So we're going to go into settings here, and we're going to go to desktop. And there's a lot of things here. We've got desktop grid, which you notice standard is 5 rows by 4 columns. You can go all the way up to 12 rows by 12 columns. So we're just going to cancel that for now. And I usually just leave this stock, the width margin and the height margin I leave stock. You've got persistent search bar, so you can actually put it in landscape only, always, never. I don't really ever mess with that. And then your search bar style, you can actually change to jelly bean or ice cream sandwich. Let's see here. Let me get back in there. Scroll effect. So this is your transitions. Now this is prime, so I've got a lot of transitions here, and we'll actually go through that later on in the video. Wallpaper scrolling will actually, you can have the wallpaper follow you when you scroll, or you can just have the home screens scroll and the wallpaper stay stationary. The indicator, actually you'll see the dots there, or you can actually have that. So now here, instead of having the dots at the very bottom, I've got the little blue bar, which you can actually customize as well. Okay, so we've got infinite scroll. That'll actually, if you had a bunch of home screens, which I'm actually going to go ahead and create some more home screens. So let's do this. Oops. I keep hitting the app thing with my finger there. So I'm going to add 3 home screens. And we're going to do that there. And I'm just going to add some apps to each screen. I'll just do that there. Okay, so there now, and you can see the blue light, which means that we've come to the very end of the home screens. So I'm going to hit this one more time. Oops. There we go. I'm going to make this my main one so that we can go either way. And got that there. I keep pulling down my notifications to get to my settings. And so then we're going to go into desktop. And we've got scroll effect. And my favorite actually is wipe. Okay, so the screen the scroll effect that I've got is called wipe. So I've turned that on, and you can see how it just kind of wipes to the next screen, and the app changes, and then you get to the blue again. So we're going to tap that. We're going to go here, and we're going to go to infinite scroll. So now whenever we go home, it just continually scrolls all the way through. You don't get that blue light or anything at the end of the screen letting you know that you've reached the end. And if you want to get back to your main home screen, you just hit that there, and it actually goes ahead and takes you to your main screen there. So okay, so now we've got I think that's about it. And okay, so label icons, we've got label icons turned on. If you notice, Chrome says Chrome, so you know, you see how it's got the names and everything underneath all the apps there. It's also got the names underneath the apps on your home screen. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to click that off. and now the names are gone. That's how I actually prefer to have mine, with the names gone. So okay, so I'm going to go back into my settings here, and I'm going to show you some things with the desktop grid. Well, okay, so let me do this first. Let me get a bunch of apps and put them on my home screen here. Just so I don't care, it's the same app over and over again, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got 4 apps, and you can see how they are spaced. Just for the sake of this, I'll put some apps down here too. We go into settings, and we're going to go into desktop grid, and let's see, rows, we're going to change to, let's say, 8, and we're going to see what that actually does. So that's going to give us more rows this way. Hey, that, okay. In our columns, we're going to say 8 again. Okay, so now you notice they're just kind of squished together. So you might not want them squished together like that, so you could go in here, and it takes a little bit of tinkering until you can get it the way that you actually want it. We'll say 7, and we'll go here, and you notice how they're actually spaced a little bit further apart. So that actually helps when you're doing something really custom with your home screen. If you want a certain look, if you want these things to be closer together, you can make a like a little square in the middle, or whatever. Okay, so some more customization. We go in here to desktop, and we scroll down, and advanced is usually, let's see, it might be clicked by default, it might not, but you'll notice something that says widget overlap. So you want to click that, and then overlap when placing, because if you don't overlap it when placing, I'll show you exactly what happens. So we've got widget overlap turned on, and I'm going to not go to wallpapers. I'm going to go to widgets, and then I'm going to go to UCCW, and we're just going to place a widget. And we'll just say circle widget, and we'll resize that, make it bigger. Okay, so that pretty much takes up most of our screen there. So then we're going to go to widget, and we're going to do the same thing with UCCW, and we're going to see if we can get a big one. And it's going to come up here, and we'll just say this one here, and it actually won't let me, it'll let it overlap, but if you want to place it and overlap it, it won't. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that you've actually got overlap when placing as well. So now it'll let you overlap it, and the cool thing about it is too is you tap on that one there, or you tap on that one. Well, not necessarily tap, but if you hold, it's going to ask you which one you want to bring to the front or the back so that you can work on it. So we'll say send that to the back. Well, that one's already in the back. Let's see, hold on. So we're going to bring that to the front, and now it's actually technically in front of the other widget. Okay, so just like you can actually change things in your desktop, you can change things in your drawer as well. Just like your desktop, you've got rows where you can actually have different rows of icons. So I actually have changed it to kind of have that Nexus type feel back when the Nexus 4 was out, 5x5. So now when I go here, you actually go into your app drawer, and there's 5 rows of icons, which is pretty nice. And then if you notice when you're swiping, it's just a regular card stack. But if you go into your Nova settings in your drawer, there are scroll effects there, and you can change as well to wipe, or we'll just do glass since I already showed you wipe on the home screen, and so that you can see the different transition. Another cool thing there is you can actually make the thing completely transparent. Now, since I have a dark background and it's normally black anyway, it really kind of doesn't matter, but when you go in here, well, I turned it completely off. Let me see here. At least I think I did. We're going to turn background transparency completely up. And now you can hopefully see my background. And if you had a wallpaper that was colorful or had a bunch of different things in the background, you'd actually be able to see that. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to put it back to 5x4, because I actually like that better. And you've got drawer style. You can make it vertical. So we come out here, and now we've got a vertical scrolling drawer. And then you've got a list view where, let's see, where are you at? There we are. List view. It will actually list your apps, which is my least favorite personally. So we're going to go back in here and we're going to put that back to what I normally have it, which is horizontal, because I'm very used to that. And infinite scroll, just like on the home screen, it'll let you scroll completely through. So, and there's some other features that I'm not 100% sure of what they do, but when you're customizing, a lot of things that I'm showing you now are actually going to help you out. So we go here to your dock settings, and we've got dock style, which if you see, there's a platform, rectangle, things like that, and you've got your transparency, your colors, and things like that you can change. Just went there, so let's see, dock pages, you can change from 3, which is the standard, to 4 or 1 or however you want. Then you can actually you can go up to 7 dock icons if you want to. So we'll just leave that at the default there. Dock height, I really don't mess with. Show divider will actually take that divider away. Now you see it's transparent instead of actually being there. So let's go back in here, and we've got look and feel. That's actually a really big one when you're customizing. So you got your color schemes here. You can actually choose a custom color. If you know the color code that you want, you can just put it on there, but you can change it to purple. Let's hit OK. And now my theme down there, you can see that's purple. My stuff up here is purple. Okay, so one of the biggies here in look and feel are the icon themes. And if you've got icon packs that are compatible, which most these days are, they will all show up here. And we'll just say flat row here, and we're going to go back to the home screen, and you notice that my icons are all completely changed to flat row, and then now my drawer is actually working on that now to actually change that. So let's see, so we've got those changed now. So all that there is completely changed at one time. Now if you want to say use something different, like we'll just do this app one here. You see where it says edit, you click on that, and then you want to click on that there, and it's actually going to give you your choice. So you can do individual ones, or you can actually do them all together. So we'll just, this is Lumos Icon Pack by CovDev. Excellent icon pack, excellent developer, makes a lot of really nice icon packs. So you see there's a whole bunch of different home ones, so we'll just choose purple here. And then you want to hit the check mark, and now it's purple. So and let's see what else do we have. Oh, icon size, that's a really nice one. You can actually make them bigger or smaller. I tend to like to have my icons bigger. It just feels like the Nexus 5 a little bit with the bigger icons, so I went ahead and brought it up to 120%, and now you can see that my icon size has changed. But not only has my icon size changed, now the settings that I have for my rows and my columns aren't any good anymore. So you'll actually want to go in there and change that from whatever setting you have to something that's more suitable for your screen. So we've got backup and restore here. which is something that I've kind of been avoiding hitting so far since I've already got something already backed up. You click on that and you can either back up and it'll ask you where you want it, device storage. If you had an SD card, it would ask you probably to put into an SD card. We're going to hit cancel. So I'm going to go to restore, and you see I made this restoration today. So I'm going to click on that. And as long as you have everything already downloaded, the icon packs and so on, the wallpaper, it'll actually go ahead and restore it. The only thing it won't restore are widgets. So I'm going to click OK, and you're going to notice when we go to my home screen, this is what I normally have it set to. You can see my icons are a little bit bigger, but it does say tap to restore, and it does know it's UCCW, and it does keep the size. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and I'm going to hit this, and let's see if I can get this one right. I know it's peak, and I believe it's peak horizontal. Peak vertical comes on the side, peak horizontal is on the bottom. So, and you can kind of see that it's a dark black, so it's really hard to see on this background, but it's really minimal. I really like that. So now if we go in here, I keep doing that. We go here into settings, and we go to desktop, we can actually see what my grid is set up as, and I'm set up as 10 by 5 with widget overlap. I've done some things with my dock down there, of course. I've got 3, and it's infinite scroll. Okay, so now that you know that you can make a backup and you can import a backup, you might be thinking, well, what if I switch from my current phone and I don't have an SD card, and I want to save and import it to another phone? So that's actually pretty easy. You want to go ahead and hit that and get in here. We're going to go to backup and restore, and we're going to go here. Now you notice there's 3 dots right there, so we're going to click that, and we're going to send. It's going to give you all these options how you want to send it. I'm just going to send mine up to Dropbox, and I've already actually got a Nova backup from a while ago. It'd be interesting, I might actually click on it, but I'm going to hit add, and now it's uploading to Dropbox. Okay, so I'm back. I just wanted to change my wallpaper really quick just so you can get a better look at my widget down there at the bottom, since the other background was so dark and that widget is so dark. I might actually keep this background. I think I like it. So okay, so we're gonna go back into settings, and now when I tap on there like that, I'm trying to get in between where the widgets are, trying to find a spot where the screen is empty. So if I tap and it doesn't do anything, it's because I've actually tapped in an area where the widget's supposed to be. So we're going to go to backup, and we're going to, let's see if we can import a backup. Import desktop layout from another launcher. No, we don't want to do that. So let's see. Let me go to backup. Okay, so we're going to go to backup, and that's not going to work either. Restore or manage backups. I'm not quite sure how you get it. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, what you'd probably need to do, and what I'm probably going to do right now while we've got this going, I'm going to go into my Dropbox, and I'm going to go to my titanium, or my Nova backup that I made at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to complete this action using Nova, and it gives me the warning that it will erase, which, you know what? I'm going to cancel that for a second. I'm going to come out here, see if I can find a spot there. Oh, I accidentally touched an app. Okay, so what I want to do really quick is I actually want to back this up because I like that background. I don't want to have to go back through and look for it. So I'm going to go ahead and back that up. And so now when I go in here, it's actually created 2 different backups, which might be a little confusing because they kind of both look very similar, but that's okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to my Dropbox there, and I'm going to tap that again, and we're going to complete this action using Nova Launcher, and I'm going to hit OK. And there's no promises. I have no idea what it's going to look like. yeah, this is when I was actually kind of messing around with more of an iOS type of look on my home screen. A lot of these apps I don't even have on my phone anymore, it looks like. So, but it was just something that I was kind of trying out to see what it would actually look like, and really kind of looked like crap. But this kind of shows you how easy it is to go from one theme to another, so or one backup to another. So we're going to go here, and we're going to restore, and we're going to try this one. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, that was it. It's got the same background, and you just got to go back in here and do the same exact thing. But that's literally all you have to do. It's nice to not have to set your icons or anything back and do it all manually. It would be kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so that's really it. Nova Launcher is pretty simple, but it can be a really powerful tool as far as third-party launchers go. So, hope this makes customizing your phone a little bit easier. If you have any questions that I might be able to answer, just drop them down in the comments. I'll probably put some links to some of the icon packs and wallpapers that you might have seen that you might like. That way you don't have to ask, you can just go find them and download them and enjoy them for yourself. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I hope to at least make one video a week for you guys, just something to keep you guys coming back. But anyway, thanks.